council member in the city's history. For nearly 4 decades, Councilman Polensek has represented the Collinwood neighborhood.
You look marvelous there, dear, as always. It is my pleasure to be here, and as I was to say good evening, but I thought I was going to have to say good morning after a while. And so we're going to get the show on the road. It is my pleasure to introduce Joe Valencic. Before I say that, I want to congratulate all of the present honorees and the former honorees. What a wonderful group of people. What a wonderful organization. We should be very proud of the ethnic and racial history we have in the city of Cleveland. And I want to thank, and I would be remiss if I did not say to all of us, we see what's happening in Europe. And I want to say to Martha and our Ukrainian brothers and sisters, and I would ask you all, regardless of your faith, to pray for our Ukrainian brothers and sisters who are standing up to hatred, genocide, brutality, and standing up to a war criminal. We must never forget what we're all about, why our families came to this country for freedom and democracy. So my Ukrainian brothers and sisters, God bless you. I had the pleasure as well to sit next to Bishop Worse and the new auxiliary bishop of Cleveland. My congratulations. I worked them over a little bit over there, so I appreciate it. And his vision for our city. What can I say about Joe Valencic? When you think the Slovenian community, and you were to look it up in a dictionary, the footnote would be, see Joe Valencic. He's involved in every organization that I can think of. He's been a link between Slovenia and Cleveland, Slovenia and America. He is president of the largest Slovenian organization in the United States. He's president of the Cleveland Federation of Lodges of the Slovenian National Benefit Society. No bigger organization. You can hear him every Saturday on radio. He's been a producer. He's been involved in every type of organization you can think of. In every Slovenian event that I go to, I run into my friend Joe Valencic. Because he's never forgotten his roots. He's never forgotten where he came from. It's what my late dear friend, the Honorable Louis Stokes, would say to me all the time. Never forget where you came from, and never forget who you represent. Joe Valencic has never forgotten who he represents, and that's in the Slovenian community. Whether it be at St. Mary's Church, whether it be at the Slovenian National Home, or all of our Slovenian homes, Joe Valencic is there. The biggest event on Thanksgiving Day, the Polka Hall of Fame event. Who runs it? Who was the past president and now vice president, Joe Valencic. Every place you look within the Slovenian community, you see his name. But not only does he support the Slovenian community, he supports every other nationality group. All the other groups and organizations, as I go to, I see Joe there. Because he knows this is what Cleveland is. It's not that melding pot you so often hear. It is where we identify each one of our groups and our organizations and other groups. He's there to support them. He's there to show his support. So again, to my brothers and sisters who are gathered here, it is my pleasure to introduce and enter into Cleveland International Hall of Fame my friend, a dear, dear supporter of the Slovenian community, Joe Valencic.
It's so great to see so many friends here this evening. Bishop Woost, Mr. Griffin, Ms. Kendrick, and my Slovenian past honorees, August Poost, Dick Russ, there's also Joe Simperman. 25 years ago, I served on the Cleveland Bicentennial Commission with Dick Polk and Al Radner. It was quite a time in the city. To my fellow inductees, it is an honor to share this evening with you. Your communities thrive because of your efforts. Thank you, Mike Polensek, for your generous remarks. Mike is my councilman. And just like Mike, I am a lifelong Clevelander, born and bred in North Collinwood. Now, I love Slovenia, and I hope all of you take a trip sometime to the sunny side of the Alps, but I am Cleveland through and through. Mike once asked me, Joe, you like Slovenia so much, do you ever think of moving there? And I said, Mike, I could never do that. They don't have marks. Cleveland loves to celebrate its bridges. Just look outside, whether they're real ones over the Cuyahoga or symbolic bridges between countries, cultures, and people. Thank you to the board of the Cleveland International Hall of Fame for recommending me for this prestigious award, especially Deborah Hansen and Dan Hansen, and inviting me to join so many legendary individuals who have built bridges between Cleveland and the world. Of course, I can't do much by myself. None of us would be here without our support groups, our families, our friends, our colleagues. On occasions like this evening, my late cousin Dan Hermanton would say, I'm so glad my parents came to this country. But I would add to that, I'm so glad my parents came to Cleveland. There are more Slovenians in Cleveland than anywhere outside of Europe. I'm grateful to my family. My parents, Josephine and Joe Valencic, raised their 3 children in a bilingual home and supported our involvement in Slovenian activities. Many of you know my sister, Cecilia Dolgan, now living in Chicago. She was a dynamic leader within our Slovenian community and encouraged and assisted me in my projects. She inspires so many, including me. I also thank my late sister, Marianne Zeitz, and my cousin, Helen Hermanton, who is cheering me on at home. It's great to have my family and friends here, and my Shore Acres pals back there. Hvala lepa, thank you to my family and friends in Stari Kraj, the old country in Slovenia. And then there are my fellow board members of the National Cleveland Style Polka Hall of Fame and Museum. Slovenians are such a small entity in the mosaic of our country, but our gift to American culture is our happy, good time dance music, what's known as the Cleveland Style Polka. Thank you, Team Polka, for preserving and promoting Cleveland's own sound. And my colleagues from the Slovene National Benefit Society at SMPJ Farm in Kirtland, where every summer Sunday you can dance to Cleveland-style polka music. You're keeping the Slovenian spirit alive. Živio Slovenci. I've been asked if I'm a professional Slovenian. The pay's not much, but the camaraderie is priceless. I mean, we're Americans during the week and Slovenians on the weekend, right? Like this evening's honorees, I see potentials within my community. I bring my professional skills to each team I serve on to build interest and awareness, to take advantage of strengths and make connections, to encourage participation, volunteers, to celebrate, to make it fun. I try to share my enthusiasm in what we call that American can-do spirit. Cleveland has offered and still offers so much to our nationality and ethnic groups. Take advantage of the opportunities, resources, and technology available to boost your cultural expressions to a new level. Create an engaging new event or an online community, fund a scholarship, mentor a young professional, keep connected to your roots, whether here or abroad, and build your community's bridges to the future. Iskrena hvala za tvoj čas. Thank you for this recognition.